set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing them out as the 1983 Rookie of the Year, the 84 MVP, under center Dan Marino.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Marino sets up. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Marino. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. We see the first completion of the game there from the Dolphin great Dan Marino. That never gets old.
No, it does not. In Miami, he accumulated over 61,000 yards passing. Led the league 6 different times in completions. In a 17-year career, I saw every one of those years. And it feels like he led the league in completions way more than 6 times. Dan Marino had a magnificent run with the Miami Dolphins.
Hall of Famer Howie Long with the tackle.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
He's got his tailback, Ricky Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Again, Elder Barton, I get fired up. 2 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6.
In a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Marino. It's a screen to Ricky Williams. Powering forward and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't. You can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could... With the best of them, I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And Marino cannot get away. He goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here is 3rd and quite a ways, as they've got it as we resume action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Allen Robinson, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receiver.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime... Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Marino to throw it. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, Marino. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Marino here from the gun. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Here's Marino. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Now Marino. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Marino will throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down, Marino. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw again is Marino. A quick throw to be caught by Diggs. Whistles come in and a timeout. We'll see if they try to run one more quick hitter, or will they go ahead and kick the field goal here. Cool knocks this one through the post. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No flags on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
As we know on every team, head coach, offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. We often forget about the special teams coordinator. They pay him too. And boy, is he excited about what his team just did. A big-time return for a touchdown.
And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. They go with McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, it was the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who did his thing.
Welcome back.
He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And his guys will get the foot. The 20-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's Marino to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That throw by Marino incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And now where will the side judge stop his clock? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. David Njoku. 63 yards. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Marino's second down throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And Marino cannot get away. He goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Marino. And this is caught that they say out of bounds. A little bit of first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting starting tomorrow.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Marino. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10 now, Marino.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go again with Marino.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On second down, here's Marino. And he drops it incomplete. And they're struck.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On third down, Marino. And the Chiefs are going to get him. John Randall able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Taking it about the 36.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Man open is Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They go play fake. Mahomes. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock down, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed